My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. Now, hell on earth is meeting the person you could have been. When you grow up, or as you're growing up in life, you have ambitions to do things. You travel, do things, achieve, go on the journey, travel, make money, build a business, see people, marry, etc., have children, blah blah. And we have three regrets in life, like what we learn and where we learn it, not travelling, and who we get married to. Right, so as you grow up, if you don't fulfill those ambitions, meeting that person, you know, there's that choice, that point in your time where it's like yes or no kind of decision, and that, you know, it'll be completely different lifestyle. Like if you decide, a few years ago I decided to actually start a business. Yes or no, do I start one? Yes or no, do I try and become an entrepreneur or go into employment, you know? Yes or no? Yes, let's go for entrepreneurship. I could tell there and then that if I said no, and then a few years later I would meet someone just like me, the equivalent of, I would say that could have been me had I done this, that and the other. Hell on earth is meeting the person that you could have been. You know, if you were to meet someone that's out there that's doing the thing you could have done or you wanted to do but you didn't dare to do years ago, you know, some would say, depending on religious beliefs and all the rest, that is hell on earth, because you could have achieved that. All you had to do was think, act, and do something, but you didn't. And also, it's also worth understanding that when you're on your deathbed, like imagine this right, you're on your deathbed, age 100 or so, and you choose not to do the things you wanted to do in life. Like the ghost of all the things that you could have created and things you could have built comes to you and says, you could have made us a reality. You could have made us real. You know, you want to write a book or go somewhere or do something or start a business, but you didn't. And it comes to you and they say, you could have made us real. All you had to do really was act. All you had to do is act. There was no competition out there. There was no real reason not to do it. But now, those ideas, the dreams, the information, the enlightenment for other people, the information and products and service for other people will be lost. All because you, years ago, didn't take action. And that's regret. I think regret is very poisonous, because regret is just, it consumes you, and it's like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Why? I could have done this, I could have done that. And we have more regret through inaction rather than regret through action. We regret not doing things more than we regret, I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. But I should have done this. So that's hell on earth, where you meet the person you could have been. So it's a case of regret, really. A regret minimization framework. That's what I used a few years ago to determine whether or not I want to be an entrepreneur. A regret minimization framework is take your current life, 2017 now, and project yourself into the future, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 years into the future, and say to yourself, looking back today and past decisions and potential future decisions, the course of action you're thinking of taking, and saying on a big picture, on a lifespan scale, time frame, looking at everything, not the day-to-day decisions, but looking at everything and saying, do I regret anything? Would I regret doing this, or would I regret doing that? And starting entrepreneurship, I could predict there and then, age 40 and age 60 at least, probably, yeah, age 40, I could see myself saying, why didn't I become an entrepreneur? I had the time, energy, opportunity, health, etc, etc, etc. Why didn't I? I could have had a much better life, could have had a much big impact on the world, I could have done much more cool and exciting things. I could have helped a lot more people, could have done a lot more stuff for other people, could have solved more problems for other people, but why didn't I? Why? And I could predict that. I would ask myself, why forever? Because it's like, the longer you hold it off, the less likely you are to do it. So you have to act. And I could see myself that regret would really just get worse and worse, algorithmically worse. Like not exponential, but algorithmically worse. and I could see it happening, and it's like, I don't want that, and you don't want it either. A regret minimization framework. Cast yourself 20, 40, 60 years, 80, 100, 120 years into the future and say, what do I regret doing? What do I regret not doing? And that, I could tell right there and then, is how I will not have hell on earth. The people who are above me, people who are below me, but in the relative speaking, even compared to today or compared to 10 years ago, I'll be way up here. Because there's no limit on ambition. That's the real glass ceiling, by the way. Your own abilities, your own glass ceiling, your own you your own worst tyrant and own worst dictator. Because in here is where everything stops and starts and begins. If you don't have the faith, the strength, the belief, the tenacity, the confidence, the competence, you're not going to do anything. The comfort zone, you have to expand it and expand these things. Otherwise, you're not going to do anything. That's the real glass ceiling, by the way. Because if this is scared and doesn't want to do anything, fight or flight and analysis paralysis, all that kind of stuff, you're going nowhere. So you have to take action, but know that by taking action in the future, you can then say, well, at least I tried. At least I tried. This is the thing. 20, 40, 60 years from now, I'm going to say, there's no regret because at least I tried. At least I took steps. At least I took action to do something. There'll be no regrets then. So the question of the day is, what kind of regrets do you want to avoid in life? What kind of regrets do you want to avoid in life? I want to avoid regrets, really, of adventure, really, going places and doing things and building things. Building and doing things, that's the main thing for me. Also, it's worth understanding and remembering that this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads. How cool is that?